I want to tell you that we want to talk about the invisible rule and money. I think that a lot of us have ideas about money. How many people feel embarrassed to talk about money? If you talk about your money, how many people have shame or feel embarrassed to talk about money or money problems? I heard someone said, I'd rather walk down the street naked than talk about my money or my money problems. So we're going to talk about money because we as a people, we as women, probably mostly women here, need to step it up and claim our power with money. But we have these invisible rules. We have these limiting beliefs about money that were taught from us to us from children, especially as women. Remember, what year was it when women could actually vote or have a bank account? You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking, what year could women vote or have a credit card or a bank account or own a house? It wasn't that long ago. 70, this is 26. It's not that long ago that as women, we couldn't vote till 1920. We couldn't have a credit card in our own name till 1974. We couldn't have a bank account till 1974. And in the 1800s, married women, if you had a house, your husband owned it. It wasn't yours. We have been taught that we were second-class citizens. And women earned so much less than men who work for the same job, 1970, right? 1974. Even like I work with lawyers and the women make a lot less money and minority women of color make a lot less. So our whole society and our whole world has just taught us we can't make a lot of money. So we have these invisible rules, these beliefs about money, what we can have, what we can't have, and that we really depend on someone to take care of us. And then if we take care of ourselves, we don't think we can be wealthy. How many of you have ever thought that you could be wealthy, that you can literally be wealthy? Women make 64 cents for every dollar that a man makes. I don't want to just get into ethnicity here, but okay. So women make 82 to 85% or 83% of every man earns. Women of color, us, Black women, we earn 64 cents to their dollars. Latina women earn 51 cents to their dollar. And white women earn 80 cents to the dollar. So you see that? We're almost 20 cents less. And then Asian women earn 90 cents on the dollar. So we got some thinking, we got some growing to go do here. We got to look at what we're thinking and what we're believing. Remember the other day we were talking about what are you thinking that you don't know you're thinking? If you don't know what you're thinking, that it's in charge of you. If you have these invisible rules about money that you don't know you have, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think? If you want to know what you believe about money, look at what's outside your life. There's the saying, if you want to know what you believe, look at what you got. There's no joke. There's no surprise there. If you want to know what you believe, if you want to know what you really believe, not what you say you believe, not what you think you believe, but what you believe, look at your bank account. That tells you everything. It's not what you like, oh, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that, or I want to have this, I want to have that. No, what you believe is what you have in every area of our life. But we're talking about money tonight. So what do you think is the biggest limiting belief that we women have about making money? What is our biggest limiting belief? What do you think your biggest belief about money is? What is society telling us about what we can make? How much money can we be wealthy? A lot of you may think I'm too old to become wealthy. It didn't happen. I didn't know how to make it. We were never taught how to be wealthy, were we? Were we taught to be wealthy? We were taught to work first for other people and they tell us how much we can make. This is what the market will bear. So we go around and then we wonder why we aren't wealthy. Who remembers the story about Madam C.J. Walker? She created hair products for Black women way back then. So she was born in 1867 and in Louisiana, her parents were slaves. So she was the first child in her family that was born free, but she was still poor. And when she was 7 years old, she was an orphan. And by 14, she had gotten married to a man who was beating her and was abusive. So you can imagine what that was like. She had to marry when she was 14. And then by the age of 20, she was a widow. She did laundry. She washed other people's clothes. And it was very hard. And she turned something that was bad, happened to her, into good because she was working so hard. She was with these abusive men. She's doing laundry and she got a scalp condition and her hair started falling out. So she couldn't find any products for her hair. So she mixed her own until they worked. So she decided to sell door to door. We are interested in action, but what we're really looking for is what are you thinking that is limiting your income? What are we thinking? And I include myself. What are we thinking? Because I happen in my world as an entrepreneur, I am around a lot of people who are multimillionaires. And I think, what are they thinking that I'm not thinking? thinking. So anyway, Madam C.J. Walker began going door to door selling her hair tonic because it helped her hair grow. It became a company. She actually ended up having factories and she trained women. Back then, if you weren't a maid or cleaning or whatever, women didn't make any money. But she created a sales staff of women and they were making really good money and good jobs back then when women couldn't do that. And she became the first self-made millionaire woman. She didn't become the first Black millionaire. She became the first woman millionaire in America. If you had a lot of money, what would you do? Madam C.J. Walker, she contributed to the NAACP. She helped children. She helped people. She had the money to do that. Tell me, what would you do if you became wealthy? Tell me what you would do if you became wealthy. I'm asking you to think past your thinking because your thinking, your invisible rule is a block. I got a job. I can get a job making more money. Tell me, what are some of the things that you would have liked to have done if you had the money? I've shared with you about my dream about me having money. My dream is to pay off my house, to pay off my daughter's house, to pay off my son's house, and to provide for my grandchildren. That's my dream. And I believe I'm going to do that. I believe every morning I wake up, I believe it. You have to start believing. And when you start believing, guess what happens? Your actions change. Your actions become what you believe. But you got to believe it first. And I feed my belief. Every morning I spend moments thinking about what it's going to feel when I'm like sitting at the bank with my daughter and we're writing the cashier's check to pay off her house. Every time I think about that feeling, we don't even allow ourselves to even have the feeling. We don't allow ourselves to even have the thought. So that's what I'm trying to shake you all loose today. Just go for it.